It's quite a magnificent building. From the pictures, they don't really do it justice.
What's up, everybody? Coming at you all the way from Chiang Mai, out here in Thailand. Finally headed out of Manila, and finally recovering from this cold that I've had for, like, forever, to record the Cartels Chronicles Episode 2. I know you've been waiting. So where did we start off? Oh yeah.
San Francisco!
San Francisco. So I visited my cousin, his wife, and their delightful little child for a few days, and then I headed off to Costa Rica. I hopped in my Lyft, had a wonderful ride. You know, I was pumped to get to the tropics.
Thanks. We are at the airport, heading down to Costa Rica. Another 10 hours in flights or so. I am pumped though. I've been to Central America, been to Nicaragua, Guatemala, Mexico, but never Costa Rica, because part of the reason was everybody in Nicaragua said Costa Rica was basically a more expensive version, but I know they have some pretty beautiful scenery there. Living in Manila, everything is just so damn ugly. Totally lacking of trees in my life. Any kind of rock that's a natural formation. And I heard Costa Rica has an abundance of them.
And then I left my passport in the lift.
I'm literally sitting here at the airport minutes before, an hour before the scheduled departure, which is apparently the rule, but Copa won't let me check in for some reason or another. Now I need to change my flight.
3 years, almost, full-time travel, and this is the one time I do it. Thanks, destiny. Anyways, I ended up checking in 2 minutes past the cutoff time, although I was like an hour early for the actual flight. Just such a scam, so they pocketed the cash. Don't ever use them. I had to rebook my flight for the next night. Alright, let's try again.
Attempt number 2 at getting to Costa Rica. Hopefully I don't miss this flight.
The fog is coming in. That's the cloud you see at the background there. So when it covers this whole thing, then it will cover the sunlight. And it would be nice if you get a shot, of the fog covering the sunlight. It's beautiful. Have a wonderful trip, John.
Thanks.
So, I got on that one, and then I arrived after a good, I want to say, 6 hours or so.
Finally made it after a overnight flight. It's been a while. I've been on planes, trains, automobiles for the past 5 days, but here now in the beautiful tropics.
I arrived, and it was cool. You know, I was looking forward to seeing some of the cartel members that I've known online. You know, I've known their online personalities. It's so weird, this life we live, you know. I first saw Teo, Dimitri, and then the party bus showed up with everybody else.
How was the flight? Good? Good, yeah. Hey, what's happening? Man, you're way taller in person. Got everything you good?
Yeah, everybody jamming for this one show?
Yep. Hola.
Hola.
It was cool. It's just, I always love being able to meet somebody that you've talked to and known online for a while, and you just kind of click in person, you know?
What's up, everybody? Finally made it. We got the official cartel shuttle. I don't see the margarita machine, but
We got Bruce.
yes, I've been suffering all night.
We got the cartel cowboys in the house now.
Is it enough space back there?
Micheladas or Modelos?
So we headed out to the villa, you know, and I was pumped to see this thing. I saw some of the promo videos. This thing looked like a complex for Hollywood superstars, basically. And I was pumped, you know. I was ready to party in a mansion. So we headed out. It was about 2 hours, and we stopped to grab some lunch, you know, some of the typical Costa Rican cuisine.
So we are. Yeah. Hey man, you gotta capture the moments. We're on our first rest stop, grabbing some food. Still, both of us here are struggling with jet lag, trying to adjust. But
I believe we're alligator walking, hunting,
yeah.
crocodile hunting.
I think we're going to
Steve Irwin.
some excursion to see some alligators or something. But,
No?
that'll be cool. Until then, to stuff up.
Rice, beans, and a hell of a lot of meat. Man, vegans hate this place. But after stopping to grab some lunch, we headed to see some crocodiles. And Dimitri got some good drone shots on this one. Check it out.
You guys down for the crocodile bridge?
The best system?
Everything kills you.
Everything kills you.
Everything.
We have reached the Crocodile Bridge, our first experience of the beautiful Costa Rican nature. Got ourselves a croc show. Now, hopefully off to the villa because I'm sweaty, I'm tired, I need a margarita in my stomach, and I need to be in a pool. So, hopefully we'll get there sooner rather than later.
You know, that was cool. I'm kind of a sucker for the biological things. You know, I've always been a fan of zoos, but seeing these crocs in the wild, it's like, well, that's still a thing. You know, these prehistoric reptilian beasts are still out there in the wild. Why haven't we killed these things? You know, no, keep them alive. But anyways, we kept making our way there, and finally we arrived.
Oh, there we go.
And at first, you can't really see it from the gate on the outside, but then you show up and you still can't really grasp how big this place is. I was thinking this place is, a couple stories, max, but it ends up being like 5 stories of some really beautiful architecture.
Your name is?
Hey,
My friend is.
thanks for driving, bro.
Yeah.
We made it. Yes, we made it safe and sound. Check it out. It's quite a magnificent building. From the pictures, they don't really do it justice.
And the whole crew was there waiting for us, pulled out some margaritas, or whatever the hell it was, and showed us around. Gave a little tour. I missed a lot of the details of the tour, but this location and even the architecture was just really amazing because it detached us from our traditional way of thinking, just in the design. It's not a building you see every day. And for most of us, unless you're like Johnny Depp or Justin Bieber, you might not be living in a place like this, or you might not spend a lot of time in this kind of environment. And I think they really considered this while picking out this location. You need a place that's so foreign to what you experience on a daily basis that when you first experience it, you're awestruck, kind of like we all were when we got there, like, whoa, this place is crazy, But the more time you spend there, the more you become desensitized to the awe of it. In a sense, you still appreciate it, but if you spent weeks or months in a place like that, you would begin to think, oh, this is normal. This is normal to live in a place like this. And I think that's really good for just setting the mind up to think on a level beyond what you're used to. Just a couple thoughts about the actual location. I could go on and on about different ideas that were prompted just from this kind of mansion and just the thought that they put into the design, but that would take hours. So I'm just gonna mention my favorite part of the place was the rooftop with the jacuzzi. But it wasn't just the jacuzzi, it was the view, the vista. You know, it was like endless. Every morning you're just looking out into the vast open space. And I think that's kind of important when you're trying to prompt new ideas in your head. When you're trying to be more open-minded, you have to be in an open environment. So the view, just kind of seeing that every single morning, was like definitely picture perfect. But after the tour, after dinner, I just headed to the room trying to grab a quick nap from all those days of travel and just passed out for a good 10-12 hours. I was just so worn out. So I'll catch you tomorrow, episode 3, where we start, diving into some presentations and hot seats and seeing what we can learn. So catch you on the flip side. Peace out.